Hey, what is up everybody? It's Animac here for Anime Uproar, and today I will be breaking down the absolutely crazy revelations from the latest installment of the Black Clover story. The presumed vice captain of the Black Bulls, the secret Black Bull who had infiltrated the Spade Kingdom as a spy, has revealed himself to Asta. And this person's magic is even more overpowered than we possibly could have imagined when we first saw them back in the Spade Kingdom. These new revelations just changed everything. Things are absolutely insane right now, so let's get into it. If you enjoyed the Black Clover content on this channel and you want us to keep it going, please slap a like to let me know. It really does help. And if you happen to be new to Anime Uproar or you just haven't subscribed yet, make this the video that you subscribe and hit that notification bell to turn on all notifications. The only way to make sure that you're not gonna miss our Black Clover content is to go through the trouble of hitting that bell and selecting the option that says all. You can also hit me up on Twitter and Instagram at Anime Uproar. Finally, this video will of course contain Black Clover manga spoilers. We are talking about the most recent events in the manga, so please proceed with caution, you have been warned. The new chapter starts off with Asta and the Black Bulls back inside the Clover Kingdom after the big fight against Dante, and after the tragic abductions of Yami and William. Owen, the Wizard King's healer, is examining Asta in the aftermath of the Dante fight. And even though Asta's life is thankfully not in danger, Owen doesn't know what to do about Asta's demonic arm. The effects of the demon's power on Asta's arm are not going away, and his arm isn't going back to normal. Owen says that he'd like to have a few other healers take a look at Asta's arm, but he himself has never seen this phenomenon before, and he is unable to do anything about it. Gray also asks Owen to take a look at Gauche's injuries. As you will recall, Gauche was pierced clean through with one of Dante's gravity swords, and by every logical metric, Gauche should not be alive. But when Owen looks at Gauche's chest, he can't believe that Gauche was actually stabbed with a sword at all. The injury has not only healed, but actually reconstructed itself. And this presumably means that Gray's magic didn't just heal Gauche's injury, but reconstructed it in a way that makes it as if he was never injured in the first place. Owen suggests that the true nature of Gray's magic may not be transformation after all. And I found this to be a very interesting suggestion. I'm sure we'll get more details about the true nature of Gray's magic in future chapters, but from what we've seen in this chapter, it seems that Gray's magic may not be transformation, but rather some form of reconstruction. Theoretically, I would compare this to Overhaul's quirk in Boku no Hero, for those of you who are familiar with that series. It seems that Gray's version of healing magic doesn't function like normal healing magic. She didn't just speed up Gauche's natural healing process, she seems to have reconstructed his body in a way that makes it literally good as new. It's as if the injury had never even taken place. This definitely reminds me of Overhaul's ability to deconstruct and then reconstruct objects and people. And in particular, it reminds me of his ability to reconstruct body parts in a way that not only puts everything back together, but also gets rid of all the previous illnesses and injuries that were affecting this specific body part. The body part basically becomes good as new, and this is seemingly what Gray was able to do with Gauche. Although Gray may not be able to destroy things in the same way that Overhaul does, she may be able to reconstruct them, which would be an absolute game changer for the Black Bulls if it turns out to be true. Imagine if Gray can master this ability and then use it to save the Black Bulls from injury or even death in future battles. This opens up so many new and awesome possibilities for Black Bull combat strategy and teamwork. I can't wait to find out more about the true nature of Gray's magic. If you have some opinions on her magic and how it really works, definitely let me know down in the comments below. As expected, Vanessa, Finral, and the other Black Bulls are deeply upset about what happened to Yami, but Owen tells them that they need to stop worrying about what to do now and they need to get some rest. The Magic Knight captains are going to meet in a few days and they will determine what course of action the Clover Kingdom is going to take next. The chapter then skips to later that night as Asta suddenly wakes up alone in bed. His demonic arm moves, and this seems to trigger a reaction from his grimoire. The grimoire opens and Yami's katana emerges from the book. The sword is rusty, but it is clearly exuding a dark energy. this scene implies that Asta will now be able to use Yami's sword permanently as one of his swords, which I have to say is pretty freaking cool, although it is also kind of sad because it reminds us that Yami was kidnapped and now he is no longer able to use his own sword. Desperate to save Yami, Asta runs outside and he seems to be going somewhere, but then his body just stops moving and he has no idea why. But then we can see that Asta has stepped into the shadow of the secret Black Bull from the Spade Kingdom. As you will recall, the secret Black Bull is a member of the Black Bulls who had infiltrated the Spade Kingdom as a spy. We only saw this person very briefly, and we didn't see his or her face, but we did see that this person possesses some sort of insanely cool shadow magic. And this magic allows its user to disappear into shadows and pull other people into their shadows as well. Even though Asta is desperate to save Yami, the secret Black Bull tells him that this is impossible. Asta could not defeat even one member of the Dark Triad without Yami's help, and there are 3 of them that he has to deal with, and this time he can't even count on Yami to protect him. In addition, Asta had been relying on the anti-magic demon during his fight against Dante, but now even the demon has abandoned him. Asta is simply too weak to access any more of his anti-magic demon's power. What's more, Asta doesn't even know what's going on with his arm, so basically he is trying to rescue Yami in a state of recklessness and ignorance, which is not a recipe for success. Asta asks the stranger what he could possibly know about Asta, since Asta has no idea who this person is. But the secret Black Bull explains that he actually knows Yami very well. By the way, I am assuming that the secret Black Bull is a man based on his appearance and based on Tabata's art style in terms of drawing men versus women, but we haven't gotten a detailed look at this person yet, and we don't know the details about them, so we'll have to wait for more information regarding their gender. The stranger says that Yami is rugged, violent, insincere, and a bunch of other things. And if Yami ended up losing to the Triad, that's his own fault for not being more careful. Asta gets mad when he hears this, and he summons the Demon Destroyer sword and the Demon Dweller sword. But as Asta attempts to attack the stranger, dozens of dark demonic arms emerge from the shadows and they pin Asta to the ground. Asta suddenly finds himself face down on the ground and unable to move. The stranger tells Asta that if he can't beat him, then he can't possibly hope to save Yami. Asta breaks down and begins to sob. He hates himself for being so weak and he desperately wishes to be stronger. The secret Black Bull tells Asta that he is stupid, but that he is also a good person. The stranger then proceeds to tell Asta that he likes him and that Yami is indeed alive. Asta is shocked to see that the stranger has a demon horn growing above his eye. And Asta asks, "What the hell are you?" And that is how this insane chapter ends, with the secret Black Bull finally revealing himself or herself to Asta, with the revelation that Yami is still alive, and with the implication that the secret Black Bull might also be connected to demon magic. Now, as of the making of this video, there are various competing translations, and there are also additional leaks whose translation has not yet been confirmed. However, according to some translations, the stranger does confirm that he is indeed the vice captain, that his name is Nacht, which means night in German, and that he can teach Asta how to fully master the power of his demon because Nacht himself is a demon magic user. Basically, the secret Black Bull also has his own demon/devil. If the official translation doesn't confirm this, then I will address it in a future video. But if we assume that this is indeed the case, then we just witnessed a massive twist in the story. The vice captain of the Black Bulls apparently possesses some sort of demon shadow magic, and he is about to help Asta become even stronger by teaching him how to master the power of his own anti-magic demon. Again, if all of this proves to be accurate, it is an absolutely huge deal for the Black Clover story, and I really want to find out more as soon as possible. With all of that said, it is important to remember that having horns doesn't necessarily mean that you are possessed by a demon or that you have a demon of your own. Sacre has horns as well, and that is because horns appear as a result of using forbidden magic. Nevertheless, Sacre's horns are permanent, whereas the secret Black Bull's horns seem to grow only when he wants them to. And if the currently available translations and additional leaks can be trusted, the vice captain is not just a forbidden magic user, but also a demon magic user, just like Asta and the Dark Triad. I am extremely interested in finding out how the secret Black Bull came across this power and what type of person he is. And of course, I am super curious about how powerful this secret Black Bull and his shadow magic truly is. From what we've seen just in this chapter, shadow magic looks like it is even more powerful than any of us could have imagined. Definitely let me know what you guys think about all of these crazy developments. What is going to happen to Asta's arm? And is his current condition going to deteriorate, or is he going to be okay? Is this secret Black Bull a demon magic user? And how powerful can shadow magic possibly be? Finally, how are Asta and the Black Bulls, including the secret Black Bull, going to rescue Yami? Please don't forget to share your thoughts down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more Black Clover content right here on the channel, please leave a like to let me know, it really does help. And if you happen to be new to Anime Uproar, or maybe you just haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell to turn on all notifications. I know it's a hassle, especially if you tend to watch YouTube without logging in, but if you don't go through the trouble of subscribing and hitting that notification bell to turn on all notifications, you're gonna miss a ton of our videos. It's just how YouTube works. Feel free to hit me up on Twitter and Instagram at Anime Uproar. I want to give a big thank you to all of our Anime Uproar patrons who make videos like this one possible. An extra special thank you to Alpha, a disciple of Lord Twigo himself. And I can't forget our The One tier patrons, the ones who rise above all other clans, including Ingrata, Alolanatum, The World, Steelers, A Quiet Respect, Pate Heffa, Jonathan King, Brandon Aviles, Papa Smurf, Emperor Otaku, Thomas Jones, and Kinmano. Finally, big thank you to all of our Pro Hero tier patrons, including the one and only Gilgamesh, nothing but a fan, Jason Wilson, King Zeldris, Anatoly Kazatsky, Angel Cruz, Cricket XP, Joe Stanton, Very Gucci, Alicia Akhter, Jessica K. Lafond, Hinokami and Water, Bonnie Parks, Rathuin Deora, Deadly Saint, and Stern Hawkins. If you enjoy our videos and you feel that they provide value to you, consider supporting us on Patreon. Even a single dollar will give you access to our Patreon exclusive Discord, and your name will appear in our videos along with these amazing people. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, see ya, Space Cowboys.